Hey, good morning. Coming at you today from Spanish Fork, Utah. Not quite known as a mountain biking hotspot, but they do have trails. In fact, there's a brand new trail that we're going to hit this morning that I believe is the official grand opening this weekend. And during that grand opening, they're going to unveil a video that was shot by Daniel from RMBL.MTB. And he has agreed to ride with me this morning. And so we're going to call this episode Towed In by a Local. Well, we're here. So far we've been like almost a mile, maybe 9/10 of a mile, and then it's been on paved roads just to get to the access. And then Daniel walks me up to this. Whew. A little sketchy. That's actually moving.
It's getting worn in. We built this a month ago.
The wood looks a little loose. I don't even know if this is safe to walk on.
Oh, dude.
I'd imagine this isn't sanctioned. And you roll here, and you hope the wood doesn't break, and you hope you don't catch your handlebars on that tree. And then, of course, they've camouflaged it with another tree right here, and shoot out over, and then you hope you don't get impaled by that stump right by your feet there. And if you're really good and you go far enough, where he's at right now is the transition, but there's a big root there, and if you're blown offline at all, you're in this tree. Sketchy. I don't think this is what the trail is going to be like today, though. I've seen video. Woohoo! Sketchy. I don't think they're supposed to move like this.
Yeah.
All right, after a little bit more than a mile or so on a paved trail that ran through a pretty cool little river section, we made it to this cross-country flowy with a little bit of climb to get to the top. In fact, I would say there was probably 2 or 3 punchy climbs followed by one big push to the end. All worth it. I believe I would do it again and again. Spanish Fork, Utah Lake, pacing out to the left. Saw Lake way out there. Red Knoll downhill. I like this part because we've gone almost 3 miles of uphill. But Daniel likes to climb. And you may have met Daniel before, RMBL.MTB.
Yeah.
And today we're doing the Towed In by a Local. What do we got going today? What are we riding? We're doing Red Knoll, and we got up here via
Hidden Oaks.
Hidden Oaks.
Yeah, so Hidden Oaks has 2 trails. There's an up trail and then Hidden Oaks downhill. So we're gonna hit Hidden Oaks downhill after we hit this Red Knoll run downhill. Yeah. And then we'll climb back up the Hidden Oaks up trail, and I'll take you on the free ride trail up here called Jail Trail. There's a free ride line down that ridge.
Is it pretty fun?
It's one of my favorite things up here.
Yeah, and these trails are fairly new, right? They're going to grand open next week?
Yep, grand opening next week, ribbon cutting on them.
And it's true, I've seen his videos, they're pretty good, and rumor has it the PR department's going to use those at the grand opening. So whoop, whoop. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, RMBL.MTB, and he's done a couple rides with me. I think Saturday sessions number 3 we did up in Owens Loop.
Yeah.
But this will be episode 1 of Towed In by a Local. So we'll see how it is. See if I can keep up. And this is actually something I've been thinking about for quite a while. I travel Utah, Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, sometimes Washington, Oregon, and I find myself with my bike on trails that I don't have anybody to ride with. And I'm going to start reaching out to more and more people and do episodes like this called Towed In by a Local. So we'll see how it goes. Spanish Fork, Utah. Should be fun. Towed In by a Local, episode 1. And just a heads up, if you live in any of those states that I travel in frequently, hey, send me a message. I'd be happy to ride with you. It'd be a lot of fun. I need more locals to tow me in.
All right, this was a learning lesson for me. When somebody is towing you in, you should be able to keep up with them. And I did a little bit, but for the most part, Daniel's really fast. I'm still a little nervous when I get to a trail that has new or loose soil. I'm always afraid of the washout, so I didn't give it my full. In fact, I'm looking at this, instead of being called towed in by a local, I probably should have called this how to case a jump, because I think I cased just about every single one of them. I'm really glad now that I didn't take him up on his invite to be towed in on Levitate, that's for sure. Quick shout out to the designers of this trail. They did a great job with what they had to work with. You know, the soil in some of the sections is a little marbly, but hey, you know, if you learn how to ride properly, you should be able to deal with that. But the way the jumps transitioned into the berms, and in the lower section you're going to see next, I think on the Hidden Oaks downhill, the berms transition one to the next, and it was kind of a fun chicane type feel. But great job on the build. Okay, Daniel mentioned in the opening that we would be riding the Hidden Oaks downhill. This is it. This is the blue trail. The first one we did, Red Knoll, was actually a black trail. Neither of them are that difficult. But I want to thank Daniel for towing me in. And on this section here, he actually decided to slow down a little bit so I could keep him in frame. This was a really fun section as well. Both actually very worthwhile, worth the pedal, and definitely give them a shot if you get in the area. Spanish Oaks, Utah.
Really cool transfers into these berms. Whew. Woo-wee. That's tiring.
Fun, huh?
Whew, yeah, loads of fun.
So that's
We talked about the free ride section. That's what you saw, the opening scene with my crash. It was kind of fun until I crashed.
Whew. Hey, just got done with a ride, so it's always important to clean up after a ride. And so it's shower time. Get ready. Oh, yeah. Start with the front first. And not every hotel comes with a bike wash like this one does. So you can see this one's got a special little handle where you can really get the dust off. Bike maintenance 101. Always keep your bike clean, always lube your bike, and it's always good to kind of drop it a couple times, let the water come out. If you have an opportunity to air dry it, by all means, I would air dry it. We've got the turbo. Do that for about an hour or so, you're good to go.
RMBL, riding my best life. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please get off the couch and get out and ride.